Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well, staying healthy. Today for it, we're going to do just kind of a flow, a faster moving, shorter length abs and glutes workout. So let's get started. Oh, if you have close by, if you have either a Pilates block, a yoga block, a ball, even just any kind of ball, any kind of block, that will do. Keep those handy. We'll use them for a couple exercises. All right, let's get started. Let's shake everything out. Do a few head rolls. Change position. Loosen up that neck. Look down to the right, up to the ceiling, over to the left, back up, over to the right. Let's bring those feet just under our hips and we'll do a roll down. So soft bend in the knee. Tuck that chin to our chest. Let everything else feel heavy. Bring those arms down. Let that head hang. When you get as far as you can go, take an inhale. And on the exhale, start to restack that spine. Starting on your lower back, middle back, upper back. Bring the gaze forward. Very nice. All right, let's just do some stretches here. So at any point, if you need to balance onto anything, hold onto a wall, totally fine. Let's grab one leg, either one, behind. Grab onto that ankle and give it a nice tug. So we want to stretch the whole front of your quad here. Feel it in that hip flexor. Trying to pull that heel closer to your glute if you can. Even pulling it back away from you a little bit, leaning into it. Get a nice open stretch here. It should feel good. Take a couple breaths. Out. One more. Out. And lower that leg, grabbing onto the opposite leg. Grab onto that heel. Really try to engage in those glutes, in those abs to keep you staying upright as you pull that heel towards the glute. Bringing that knee forward if you can. Bringing it back a little bit. Really feeling into that stretch. Take 2 breaths. Out. In. Out. Nice. Lowering that leg. Stretch those hamstrings. So let's reach that right leg out in front of us. We're going to try to keep our hips both facing the front as we extend that right leg out, lifting those toes up to the ceiling. So really flexing those toes. Get that whole stretch down the back of the leg, sideways. Sitting back into it, really opening it up. Let's point those toes and drop them to the floor and lift them up. Let's do that 5 times. 2, point, flex. Last one. Excellent. Let's do the same thing on your other leg. Stretching it out in front of you, sinking those hips back. Really opening up the back of the leg here, those hamstrings. Calves, mine are feeling very tight. And let's point and lift. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and sink down into this stretch a little bit more before coming back up. All right, let's stretch the outer side of our hips here. So we're going to take our right leg and cross it over our left. And we're going to slowly bend on down towards the floor. Hang as low as you can go. Trying our best to keep both legs straight here. So the leg in the back which is my left, you're really feeling that stretch through your psoas, coming up the back. Drop that head. You can sink into it a little bit more by bending that front leg. Take 2 breaths in and out, in and out, and slowly roll yourself back up. Uncross those legs. Take that left leg and cross it over the right, and we'll do the same thing. Slowly allow your weight to fall forward, keeping those legs straight if we can. Can always modify by bending slightly. Taking a couple deep breaths here. And out. Again, sinking into that right hip a little bit more by straightening that back right leg, bending the front. Last breath. And out. And slowly roll yourself back up. Just do a couple wide circles with our arms just to warm them up. And 3, let's go forward for 3, 2, and 3. All right, we'll start with some lunges here. We'll do a few lunges. All right, so we're gonna have our feet facing forward, our toes are facing forward here. We're gonna come a little bit, actually have your feet right about under your hips. All right, and we'll just do our true squat here. And we'll go forward with the arms, and up, 2, and up, exhale, up, inhale. Let's go for 6, last 1, and up. All right, let's widen that stance just a little bit, so coming just beyond your hips here. And we'll do the same thing. We'll just come at it with a little bit wider stance. 1. Keep those arms reaching in front of you. So think lengthen forward with the arms. You're bringing your tailbone back. Getting an opening with those back extensors as we reach forward. 2. Last 1. Perfect. Now let's turn our toes out, so we're in our external rotation. And we're gonna do our squats. 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Trying to sink yourself down into it. Your hands can be anywhere you want for comfort. On your hips is fairly easy. And down, down, 3, 2, and 1. Now, coming back to our external rotation, let's do our curtsy. So we're going to bring that right foot behind to the left and squat down into it. And cross over and squat down. Do a couple at this pace, and then we'll add our little jump to it. Down, and 2. One more like this, and then let's add a little bounce. Bring the arms with you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that should feel good. All right, staying in our external rotation here. So our heels are just slightly on the outside of our hips here. We're going to stay in our V position, and we're just going to jump for 10. So go up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. So always when you jump, try to land toe to heel, instead of landing strong, flat on your foot. It'll help with the articulation. All right, so staying in our V position, we're just going to lift those heels, alternating. Get a little stretch here too. making them a bit more mobile. Lift, let's do 3 and 2, last 1. All right. Okay, we're gonna do our single leg, just a forward moving lunge. So we'll just start with our right foot, bringing that just in front of you, a good full step, coming down straight and lifting back to parallel. Let's alternate. Left step forward and bring it back. So think when you come forward, almost lifting off, kicking off with that forward foot. 2, so really energy into that front foot. 3, 4. As you're sinking down, glutes are fired the whole time. Let's do 1 more on either side. And then let's add some arms. Up, 2, 3. Kind of finding your balanced point. It's easy to wobble. I'm super wobbly right now. 2, 3, 4, 2 more, 5, and 6. Beautiful. All right, coming back to a parallel stance here. I'm going to do some balance work. So really engage those transverse abdominals, put on that corset, standing nice and tall. Hands can be on your hips for balance and support. We're going to stand firm in that left foot. We're going to bring our right foot up in front of us. Bent knee. We're going to straighten that knee, straighten that leg, bend it back, and then rotate it out. Make your little triangle. And forward and back. Open it up. Bring it back in front. Kick forward. Bend that knee. Rotate it out. Always kind of hold on to the wall. Anything you've got for support. Or even just putting my arm out makes me feel like I'm holding on to it. Last one. Sorry. And down. All right, let's alternate. I'm going to hold on to it for this one. All right, so bring that left knee up to a bend position. We're going to straighten, bend, rotate out, back forward, point, bend, really opening up that hip. Feels really nice. Standing nice and tall. Forward, making our little triangle here with our legs. Let's do 2 more. Open, straighten, open. All right, and straightening it back down. All right. We're going to balance here on our tiptoes. So bring those heels back together, making our V position. We're going to rise up onto our toes. Bring those arms up above your head. You can have soft elbows. We're just going to lift and lower. So you're almost just one long pencil. Lifting, lowering. See if we can keep those thighs, those knees, even those calf muscles glued together. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Let's do 3 more. Burning. 2 and 1. All right. Opening our stance just a little bit. So just beyond our hips here. We're going to do a standing version of saw. So we'll bring those arms out to a T. Okay, we're going to be doing a rotation of the torso. Then we're going to flex forward, bringing this back arm up. So the gaze is going to stay down at the foot when you go down. We're gonna rotate, follow that gaze towards the foot as you lift this arm. Coming back. We're just moving from the upper half of the body here. And rotate. Exhale. Lift. Rotate. Trying to keep a stable pelvis. Allowing the motion, the movement to really come from the upper half of the body. Let's do one more. And coming up. Very nice. All right. So here, let's bring our legs back to parallel. All right, we're just going to do our standing arm and leg extensions. So we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg as we lean forward. So let's step forward with that left leg. We're going to extend that left arm as we reach that right leg back and straight. The right arm can be just kind of in line with the leg. And down. Let's do 6 on this side. 2, 3. You'll have a slight lean forward, but really engaged here to keep you stable so you're not going to fall over. And 2. Try and think long points all the way from the fingertips to the toes as long as you can get. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So step forward with that right leg. Extend that right arm forward as we lift that left leg long behind you. And down. 2. Seeing how long you can stretch yourself out. 3. 2. Last 1. And bring it back together. All right, coming back to our mat. Again, feet are just under our hips here. We're nice and rooted between the toes and the heels. Equal balance here on either side. We're going to just do a standing version of our twist like we do on the mat. So bringing our arms out to a T, palms facing up. We're going to pulse it. Let's start going to the right. So we're going to pulse, pulse, forward. Exhale, exhale, forward. Again, the movement is coming just from the upper body. Those hip bones stay facing forward. Nice. Forward, pulse, pulse, forward. Calling those obliques to work with us here to bring us back to the center. And allow for that rotation. Let's do one more in either direction. Pulse, pulse. All right. Whew, very nice. All right. Again, let's keep our heels right under our hips here. We're going to bring those arms. Try to grab onto them if you can. You don't have to interlace them, but you can if you want. Just holding on, whatever position feels comfortable, but feeling as though you're pulling that shoulder up and out of the socket. We want to feel really long here. Try to reach up to the ceiling and let's side bend to the left. Keeping those hips facing forward, just doing our lateral flexion here. So thinking up and side bend. Reaching up, still reaching up as we go over. Get a nice open stretch of that side body while we keep everything else stable. Inhale, exhale, and up. Trying to pull out of that upper arm, reaching it even farther to the side. Last one, and over. Very nice. So I'm just going to turn to the side. We're going to roll on down to our mat. So allow that head to just hang, those arms to hang. Reaching the floor, let's softly bend those knees. And come on down to our mat. We'll do a few pelvic curls here. So get yourself situated so you have enough space. All right. Feet are firmly rooted down into the mat. Our arms are resting on the mat as well. A connection between the tricep and the mat. Just about a fist distance apart between our knees. You can always put a block or your ball in there. Let's take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to curl that pelvis up, engage those abdominals, keeping space between the neck and the chest, coming up to our bridge. Inhale, exhale. We're going to roll ourselves down, releasing to our neutral pelvis. Inhale, exhale as we peel ourselves up, feeling long through the front of the body. Inhale at the top, exhale it down. Really making that connection, feeling that connection with our vertebrae. And roll on up. Pulling those shoulders, those fingertips towards your heels. Exhale as you roll down. Let's do 2 more like this. Inhale. Exhale, tuck and roll. Inhale at the top. Exhale, connecting that vertebrae, releasing those glute muscles. Last one like this. Inhale. And exhale as we roll down. All right, and the next one we're going to come back up into our bridge, and then we're going to do the version where we extend our leg up and drop our pelvis. So let's inhale to prepare, exhale as we peel ourselves up, coming up into our nice strong bridge, feeling firm in that left heel. Let's extend our right leg up, point those toes towards the ceiling, keeping our height of our pelvis here. And we're going to dip, just hovering, not even touching the floor. That's 2. Let's go for 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Releasing that right leg, bring that left leg up, pointing those toes to the ceiling, and let's dip, dip. Trying your best to keep those hip bones facing the ceiling, not tilting into that left side. 2, last one, making that connection with the floor, and articulate yourself back down. Hug those knees into your chest. You can rock side to side a little bit if you need. And we're going to do one more thing up into our bridge. When you're ready, make that connection again with your feet. Same hips distance apart. We'll go back up into our pelvic curl. Inhale, exhale, tuck that pelvis, lift it up into a nice front bridge, feeling nice and open now through the front. Let's start firmly rooted in our left foot. We're going to extend that right leg out, and we're going to lift and lower for 6. And 2, just tapping or hovering above the floor. 3. Feeling length through those toes. That leg is as long as it can be. Last one. And bend and bring it down. Coming back to the height of your bridge if you've lost any height. Extending that left leg out. Point those toes. Energy through that leg as we straighten and drop. And lift. Doesn't have to be a huge range of motion. Listen to your body. Some people are way more flexible. 3, 2, last one. Bend that knee, bring it down. Return to the height of your bridge before lowering yourself back down. Very nice. All right. Let's roll onto our side. We're going to do some side lying work. So I'm going to start here, laying on my left side. Have your ball or your block close by. We'll use those just for a couple of exercises. All right. Sorry. All right, so let's come on down to our side here. Pretty much this whole series, if this is a comfortable position for you with your elbow bent, your head resting in your hands, so really allowing the weight of your head, so strain comes out of your neck. You can always do it down on the floor if that feels more comfortable for you, or even up on your elbow like this. Listen to your body, whatever it needs. Okay, but we'll start here. So again, we want to maintain that little bit of space under our side body here, like you can slide a piece of paper underneath you. All right, we're gonna lift that top leg and we're gonna bring that bottom leg up to meet it. Let's do these for 10. 3, 4, 5. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can raise that top leg. Just be careful, you don't want it to go into your lower back when you do that. So just even straight out of the hip is good. Last 2, and 1. All right, lower those down. Now you can grab your ball if you have one, or a block. Let's place it right in between your ankles here. Okay, put a nice little squeeze into it so it stays there, stays put. Again, our front arm is just resting here, trying not to put too much weight into it. Lifting that side body, engaged in those abdominals, and let's lift both legs together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so wobbling, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Really calling on those right obliques here. You can release your ball for now. All right. Again, coming nice and long again with your body. We're going to just do a side version of scissors. So let's bring that top right foot in front as we stretch that left foot behind you and switch. All the while trying our best to stay stable in our upper body. This is where you're going to need to put a little bit of weight in that front arm here. And let's do 3 and 2. Last 1, and bring it together. All right, let's bend those knees a little bit in towards the front of your body. We're gonna connect those ankles together, ankles and knees together. We're gonna lift those toes up like they're facing the corner of the wall here, and we're gonna do a few clams. So open that top leg up, bring that knee back together. Keeping the connection between our feet the whole time, so we're really just opening up and closing. It's a nice stretch here. Front of your hip. 3. Let's do 2. I lost count. And 1. Excellent. Grabbing that ball or your block, either one. I'll stick with my ball since I had that before, but either one will work. We're gonna bend that top knee, rest it on the ball, so it can touch the floor, that's fine, it's truly resting here. And we're just gonna be lifting and lowering that under leg. Trying to come up to a height that feels as though you're really working for it. So, if you can lift it beyond the height of this knee, good. But listen to your body. Again, keeping that small bit of space so the abs are fully engaged. Lengthening through that lower leg. I always like to feel like you're getting longer even as you're stretching. Let's do 3 more. 2. Last one. And down. All right, let's take that ball. We're going to roll to our backs, extending ourselves long. We're going to hold on though. If this hurts your lower back, please modify. You definitely don't want it to go to your lower back. This is like a waistline warrior. So we're going to inhale, exhale as we roll ourselves up, just about there. Fully engaged engaged in those abdominals. We're going to extend the arms out, holding the ball, and we're going to rotate. So nothing else moves. We're really calling on those obliques here, keeping that engagement in our lower abdominals. And reach. Think that forward hand, think that's reaching and reaching. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw those knees in, roll yourself down. All right, we're gonna roll onto our sides, come up to seated, and we're gonna do that whole series on our opposite side. So just swap out your placement here. Bring your ball or your block with you. All right. So again, allowing yourself this space. If this is your comfortable position on both sides, then come back to it. Resting the weight of your head into your hands. Keeping space in that side body here. All right. Again, we're just gonna bring up that top leg and we're gonna lift the bottom leg to meet it and tap. 2, tap, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Doesn't have to be high. You don't want to feel a pinch in your lower back. Last 2, and 1, and lower them both. Grabbing onto our ball, placing it between our heels, and straightening out those legs. Again, feeling that small bit of space. That means we're engaged on both sides of our obliques here. We're going to lift both legs and lower. 3, and 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower. All right, let's release that ball. Going for our scissors here. So again, a little bit more weight into that front arm just for stability. You saw me wobble last time when I let go. We're gonna point that left front foot forward as we pull that right foot back and switch. And 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Coming back to the middle and releasing, drawing those knees up just a little bit to a bent position. We're gonna lock those heels, shins, and knees together. We're gonna lift those toes up on the diagonal, and we're gonna open that top knee and close it down. Keeping the engagement, keeping that connection in the heels and toes. Just lifting and lowering that top leg. Making our diamond shape. 2, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Grabbing our ball or our block, straightening that under leg, bending that top knee forward and letting it rest onto that ball or our block. And we're gonna lift and lower that bottom leg. Again, pointing those toes, really feeling length and that under leg. Like you want to reach that wall and slide your toes up it. Really engaged in those abdominals. Those obliques are feeling tired. Let's do 4 more. And 3, 2, last 1, and lower. Take that ball. We're going to roll to our back again. We'll do 1 more set of our abdominals. I should mention, if you want to, if you feel like that was a little too much on your lower back, by any means, you can always bend your knees up. I'm going to try it again with straight legs. So let's inhale, exhale just to here, keeping that tailbone connected to the mat. We're going to reaching through this forward arm. Exhaling through center. Reach for 5 and 4. Kind of finding your 10 and 2 and aiming for it. 3 and 2. Last 1. Come to center, roll it down. You can release that ball behind you. Let's extend those arms up and overhead for a couple of roll-ups. So we'll inhale as we raise our gaze, bringing our arms forward. Exhale as you come on up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, articulating that spine, making our C curve, and releasing the arms. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale as you come on up. Inhale at the top. Exhale to lower ourselves back. Stretching those arms up and over, feeling very long. Inhale. Exhale, coming back up. Beautiful. Let's come to face front. And we'll set up for just a seated mermaid. So bringing that, I'm going to do it this way. My left leg is bent. My left foot is touching my right inner thigh. And this leg is bent behind me. So imagine you're up against a shoulder rest on the reformer. Sitting as best we can on our sits bones. Hopefully that right hip can connect, that right sits bone can connect. If not, if you need a block to put under it or roll a towel underneath, just so your pelvis is neutral here. Let's let that left arm hang down. We're going to inhale as we reach that right arm up really, really tall. We're trying to reach that ceiling. And exhale, allowing that left elbow to bend. Reaching as far as we can on our side bend with our right arm. Inhale up and down. Let's inhale as we lift our left arm. Reaching up and over. Gazing towards the hand on the floor. Up and over. Let's do 1 more and we'll add rotation. Inhale. Exhale, we're bending that left elbow as we reach over. Let's gaze towards the floor and let's rotate the torso. Inhale as you come back to center. Up and for measure. Inhale. Exhale to side bend. And come on up. Let's do a couple. Switching our leg placement. So pretend you're rotating, but really we just need to switch our leg placement here. So let's inhale as we lift that left arm. Exhale, allowing that right elbow to bend as we side bend over. Inhale, reach tall and down. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Exhale as we bend to the left. Gazing towards that hand on the floor. The next one will rotate that torso. So inhale here, exhale, side bend. Gaze towards that hand and rotate the torso. You should get a nice stretch through that upper back. And inhale, come back to center and lower it down. While we're here, let's stretch. Let's do a nice figure four stretch or a crossover. So let's extend that left leg out, bring that right leg over wherever it feels comfortable for you. If it's at your knee, closer to your upper thigh. We're going to bring this right arm behind you, cross that left arm over your right knee, and push into that right knee. We're going to rotate here as well to get a nice stretch of the upper back. Let's gaze over that right hand. Take an inhale. And exhale. One more big inhale. And exhale. Unwind. Straighten on out. Let's bend that left knee over our right leg. Bringing our right arm over our left knee. And pushing into that. So really getting a nice stretch here. We're going to gaze towards that back hand. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really getting that extra stretch by pushing into that knee. And unwind. Let's come on to all fours. We'll just do a couple kneeling cat stretches here to release our back extensors. All right, so all fours here. Hands are right under our shoulders. Trying to maintain a flat back to start. We'll inhale as we tuck, lifting that tailbone, dropping our head. Our gaze is right through our thighs, curling our back. Exhale as we come out of it, really reaching forward. Reaching back with that tailbone. Inhale. Pulling those shoulders away from our ears. Out. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale out of it. While we're here, let's sit back into a nice rest position. Reaching those arms forward. Sitting back on those heels. Inhale. Exhale. One more big inhale. Exhale. Let's come onto our knees. We'll slowly roll on up. All right. Come up to our standing position. Thank you all, and I really cannot wait to see you all in person very soon. Bye.